Here we go. Oh yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to He Lived. This is Bernardine again, once with you. Today we're gonna talk about Transformers. As a child, I loved Transformers. I had an Insecticon, and I always wanted Optimus Prime, and it's just something just thrilling about Transformers. You know, they're able to disguise themselves, but they have ultimate power. So to talk about Transformers, I'll try to make things connect in a bit. Let's look at Matthew 17:1 and 2, and it says, "After 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter, James, and John the brother of James, and led them up to a high mountain by themselves. There he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as light." His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white. That sounds like Christ transformed. And my kind of allure with Transformers is that something that is celestial becomes terrestrial. It's from the sky, beyond our thoughts, and down and living amongst us. But the other thing that Christ had along with Transformers for me was that he was in disguise. He wasn't a robot in disguise, but he was God, fully God in disguise. And I just always wanted to know what it's like to be a Transformer. I'd like to be a Transformer, being able to kind of change back and forth. And to some extent, it kind of explained our fascinations as society with superheroes, like Superman, like being able to have superpowers, abilities beyond what we have now, and just being able to do things that we can't foresee ourselves in real life being able to do. So Christ as God, transformed, living as man in disguise. What does that look like for us? And let's take a look at Peter. Peter is one of Christ's disciples, and something happened to Peter as he hung out with Christ. So let's read here at Acts 4:13. When they saw the courage of Peter and John, and they were unschooled, ordinary men, they were astonished, and they took note that these men had been with Jesus. So here is Peter unschooled, so he didn't go to the greatest seminary back then, and he wasn't well educated. But here he is with the power of the Spirit, able to teach and defend his faith, and being able to do things that only someone in the hierarchy of great seminaries back then was able to do. So he was completely transformed from a common fisherman to a great disciple and a great teacher and a great bearer of the word. So that's the kind of transformation that we're having in our lives. We're being slowly processed by God, and we're being transformed. But there is hope that final great transformation is soon to be, and we can find that in Philippians 1:6, where Paul writes, "Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it out to completion until the day of Christ Jesus." So even as a child who wanted to be a Transformer, as an adult, I have aspirations that one day I will be a Transformer. I will be like Christ. I will be a celestial being, and also one that possesses a terrestrial body that's remade by God. So I guess Transformers was not just some crazy dream of mine. Someday I will be one, and you will be also.